sir. Hiya, hiya. It's Joey Reynolds here. I'm a guy named Joey Reynolds who has a Reynolds rap. I've been doing this for a long time. And I've been doing it on the radio for years and on television. Just to give you a little bit of my background, now it's an invasion of TikTok because if I can't get it in half a minute, boy, nobody cares. And I have to master that short attention span. And I'm not interested in the short attention span because I think if people are interested in what you're saying, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do it. If they're interested, they'll go along with you. You know, that's why baseball is popular with people 12 or 70 years old because you don't care how long it takes to get the game. You're enjoying it. You're enjoying yourself. And that's what you got to do when you're watching these videos on television instead of this homemade stuff that I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I mean, it's my pleasure for you to go and use your iPhone and make a fool of yourself and not get paid. See, professional means you're getting paid for it. Amateur means that you don't have a dime out of it. Well, right now, I'm an amateur because I'm not being paid for this, see? But I'm a pro. I'm a pro when I'm paid. I was a professional. See, a hooker, there's a difference between a hooker and a prostitute. The prostitute is someone who would rather have sex than poverty. A hooker is someone who charges. That's the difference. Not that I use their services. I mean, you better not right now. You better wear gloves, a mask, and a body condom. You know, there's no sense in talking about sex right now because it just gets everybody mad. You can't have any unless you're with that person that you married and you. I don't know. Can you? I haven't thought about it right now, but I'll bet the Pfizer has had to get rid of Viagra and go right into the vaccine. The Viagra is not anything that anybody needs to have. You know, you have. I guess you can take the Viagra and just take the shot. You get hardening of the heart. That's what America has right now because you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to trust, and you can't trust someone who lies. You need to tell the truth, and then you need to trust and have a relationship. Now, you know, you don't know me well, so I could be lying to you every minute of the day here, and this is an acting job. You know, when you're on television or radio, it's an acting thing. When Robert De Niro's not really that way. The way you see him in the Irishman or any of his films, this is a different kind of a person. You know, I mean, I'm a guy that works this way when I want to have a reality check, and I talk this way, and that's probably why I'm having a hard time with the radio and television industry because I tell the truth and I stand tall, and they don't really want that. Because then you ruin the game. See, you know, once somebody figures out how a magic trick is done, you're no longer interested in watching it. It's an illusion. And one of the things that I've said it very often is content is not king, it's illusion. The image is king. What you think you saw, not what really is. What really is different than what you think is. But we're masters of that. That's how we sell cars. And can you imagine that you get on television and you watch someone, they sell you a Toyota, then they sell you a Honda, then they sell you a Volvo. They don't know what the hell they want to get. They just want you to buy something, that's all. And they do Geico, then they do that other Liberty, and the other one sounds like a cartoon, you know. Yeah, but it's all, folks, Liberty. And the other insurance they do, there's the General now, and they got all the money because nobody's having any accidents since you're not driving so much. But I think we're back to driving again. They're going to have to shell it out now. You know, there's no break on this insurance game. There's a lot of money in that. A lot of money in insurance for doctors. That's why they don't want to have offices the way they used to. They have to pay someone to give you a urine test and to give you the EKG and also the blood test. You know, so they farm it out. They don't want to hire a staff. Doctors have to have insurance in case they go wrong. They need to be covered. They don't like the idea of paying for insurance. Man, and if you're in Florida, you have to have hurricane insurance, even though we don't have a hurricane, but you got to pay for it in case the roof blows off. You know, you can't blame it on one of the three pigs. So it's that's a good name for the insurance companies. But you know, there's a difference of opinion here, and I'm very opinionated. Why not? You know, they say that everybody has an opinion, like we all have a belly button and a fingerprint. And believe me, the fingerprint that I have comes from the middle finger. Right now, I don't know who to trust. In the government, I don't trust any of them because they're all full of crap. All they care about right now is getting somebody in office in Georgia, which is I could care less. Georgia was a speed trap when you're driving down to Florida from up north. Georgia was like the Plains, is that what they call it? Plains, Georgia. It was just a toilet. I mean, who wants to be in Georgia? Atlanta's okay, maybe Augusta. I don't know. There's a couple of them, but that's the toilet. And I really, and we're waiting to get somebody elected from Georgia. Otherwise, we're not going to have Trump go home. He needs to go home. He needed to go home a long time ago. And he didn't want to leave because he thought that he had a chance of defeating the system. Well, welcome to America. Even the Chinese can't defeat the system, or the Russians. They don't know how to defeat it because, you know why? Because we're all from somewhere else. That's why. We're not American. We're all from somewhere else, and we became American. Those people in Russia are Russians. They may have come from Slovak, but that's Russia. Germans, they come from Germany. Italians come from Italy. Americans come from all over the place. How are you going to beat us up? We're too mixed up. We got people from all over, all colors, all races, all sizes. I mean, you can't get your hands around our necks because we got too many necks. And we are going to win whatever we try when we all get it together, and that's why we have this great tool called separation that's ruining us. And the phone, that which puts us together for communication, separates us, because people sit in a room and they isolate, and they ignore family, and they don't have the time that they put into real items of business by playing all those games that we play with the phone to amuse ourselves, so we don't have to face reality, which is the truth. I mean, I understand where we all want to have a little time off, and we need to have that off. You got to have a hobby and a vacation, I guess. But the fact of the matter is that you don't know who to trust in government, and that's the beginning of it. And there's 12 people that own all of the broadcast industry, and that's not right. They were supposed to only own a few stations. That was the FCC, which is really not doing that job anymore. There was the equal time law, where if you were a regular, easygoing person that didn't have a lot of money and you ran for office, you had to have the equal time on the television and on the radio. They had to give that to you. It was a community service. We don't serve the community anymore. We serve ourselves. You see where television now does whatever the hell they want to do. And we have a president who's not really a Republican because he does what he wants. He's a Democrat. He's liberal. What are we? Am I saying something wrong here? But you got to wake up. Hello. Turn it on. This and this have to work together. YMCA had to figure it out a long time ago. Body, mind, and soul. The triangle. Think about it. It's a Reynolds wrap.